Alright, welcome back everyone. It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. So before we jump into Samsung KS8000 later on and TCL 55P605 and my BenQ projector, which is 4K native HDR, we're going to first start with IPS 27-inch LG 4K monitor. Please keep in mind this monitor doesn't have HDR, but it really does have a great IPS panel that reproduces a really good vibrant color. And I am using Belkin HDMI 2.1 cable, and I can tell you guys right off the gate that it looks more vivid, more sharper when connecting the Belkin HDMI cable, and it really pops. Like the picture becomes more sharper and detailed. And one thing I also noticed is when I connect my Belkin HDMI cable to this monitor, it's an instant. Soon as I turn the monitor, I mean, it didn't even take a second. It was just like half a second, boom, it was there. Now, let's go. There's a couple of tests we'll do here really quick. We're going to jump into Xbox One X to see how well the native 4K looks on this monitor. Okay, and to see what we can do in terms of tweaking the picture, if I even have to tweak the picture. We'll check it out. I only have 10 minutes because I'm recording this in a native 4K, so I'm trying to give you guys some native 4K content. So let's jump into this right now. This is the Xbox One X version, and then we're going to put the PlayStation 4 Pro version as well in there. Alright, let's do this. Here we are on the Xbox One X version, and it's a nighttime right now, and it looks sharp, razor sharp, guys. It's like a PC version. The best way I can tell you, it really looks sharp. And the reason why it looks so sharp is because we have full native 4K resolution being presented here onto this game, and it really looks great on this monitor. However, the one thing you will be missing out is the high dynamic range. So I would recommend that if you have a 4K HDR television, obviously you want to connect your Xbox One X to a 4K HDR television. It looks great, runs smooth at steady 30 FPS here. Very detailed. Look at the reflection of the moon right here onto the surface. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to wait for the daylight, and then we're going to see how the game looks during the daylight. And after that, we're going to do the PlayStation 4 Pro version. We're going to put it on here to compare. Please keep in mind a couple of things. Because this is a 27-inch, even 1600p will look also good because of a small screen, small canvas, and 8.3 million pixels being compressed into a 27-inch screen. Okay, so it's dawn is rising here. So it looks pretty good, as it should be on the Xbox One X on this monitor. That's because we got a full native 4K being rendered here at 2160p. Now, this monitor doesn't have HDR. It does have a good, decent, low latency. It's about 5 milliseconds, which is pretty good for a monitor, for a 4K monitor. But however, the IPS panel here, it's really good, meaning you can watch this from each angle, and it's going to look great. There's not that much bending light here. It has a decent local dimming here on the monitor. So if you're looking for a 4K monitor, you know, something just to kind of get your feet wet on your PC, I would definitely recommend this LG UD69P. It really works well. And the X version looks really good here. You can see the dawn, the sunrise, it's rising, and it looks fantastic. I'm gonna go ahead and try to switch to a PlayStation 4 version. Now on the PlayStation 4 Pro version, I'm just gonna look at it. It's not gonna be the same scene. There's gonna be a different scenery, but I'm just gonna kind of look at it and check it out. Actually, let me go ahead to the PlayStation 4 Pro version and let me go to the Fate Seed territory. Let me go ahead and let's try to compare it to similar region that I'm here. All right, so let's go ahead and let's do that. Okay, so here I am on the Pro version with the shovel. I mean, it's kind of the same territory, not far away from where I was on the Xbox version. I mean, it looks good. Here's the thing, it's really hard for you to notice much of a difference between native 4K and 1600p when you're playing it on a small 27-inch screen monitor. It does look a bit sharper, obviously, on the Xbox One X version because of a full native 4K, but it still looks pretty decent, pretty good on the 1600p upscale to 4K on the PlayStation 4 Pro on this monitor. Look, the good news is graphically they both look the same. Okay, graphically you're not gonna find any difference between these two consoles. Graphically they're both identical. It's just the resolution that keeps it apart. And it looks good on PlayStation 4 Pro. It's just what I'm trying to say, it's not as sharp as Xbox One X version. Okay, you do notice that you lost a little bit of that sharpness when you switch to a PlayStation 4 Pro version. Okay, and you do notice that. Okay, let me go switch to the Xbox One X version really quick. Alright, so here we are on the Xbox One X version, and the Xbox One X version obviously looks a bit sharper. That's due to the fact that it's using a full native 4K resolution, and on this monitor it's just gonna look very, very sharp. And on this monitor I wouldn't advise you to use too much sharpness because you're already getting that native 4K resolution. What I would advise is just to keep it at like balanced level, like 20. Keep the sharpness at 20 or possibly 15 percentage. Don't go all the way too high with sharpness. But look, both versions look great. Whether you're playing a PlayStation 4 Pro or whether you're playing the Xbox One X version, they both look graphically identical. It's just the resolution that's outputting native 4K on the Xbox One X will give you that sharper, more vivid, cleaner image on a bigger screen. So for whom do I recommend the monitor? I mean, if you want to play in a PC, that's fine. If you want to play your console on a 4K monitor, that's fine too. But remember, guys, to truly appreciate what 8.3 million pixels can do, you have to play it on a bigger, larger screen, like 65-inch or 75-inch with HDR. Okay, you want to utilize the HDR. HDR plays a huge role with 4K resolution. Both are very important, but HDR, it's really important. Okay, unless you have a 4K HDR monitor that's like a 32-inch, then I can see you maybe benefiting from that. So yeah, I still recommend that you use your TV to play these games, to truly appreciate this game. But if you really want to appreciate this game, I would recommend 155-inch native 4K HDR projector to truly get that 8.3 million pixels with HDR. But television will have the brightest HDR. So still, if you have X930E or 900E or Samsung KS8000, I highly recommend that you play like on a 65-inch or 75-inch screen of those televisions. So there you have it, guys. Stay tuned for my next video, which will be later on today for a Samsung KS8000. So there you have it. Hopefully you guys liked this video, and if you didn't, you didn't. But if you did, I appreciate that you did. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video. Have a good one, though. The model number, it's LG UD69P 27-inch 4K IPS monitor.